According to reports, the Chinese People's Liberation Army, PLA, has expanded its testing and evaluation of weapons systems to simulate a global-scale total war. Recent computer-based war games and other tests have assessed the capabilities of warships in such conflicts. The purpose of these simulations is to understand how highly political and strategic situations could impact the performance of the People's Liberation Army Navy warships when facing multiple simultaneous threats. The simulations extensively use anti-ship, anti-land, and electronic warfare capabilities. In these simulated total war scenarios between China and the US, both sides are unrestricted by deterrence and unconcerned about escalation. The Chinese military think tank conducting the simulations aims to evaluate the performance of the People's Liberation Army Navy warships individually under these extreme conditions. The goal is to push the boundaries of weaponry, defense technologies, and warfighting doctrine by planning for worst-case scenarios. During one of these war game simulations conducted by PLA's Unit 91404 at Qinhuangdao, the PLA Navy experienced significant losses, with more than half of its destroyers losing their fighting capacity. However, it is important to note that the simulation does not indicate that the Chinese leadership is actively considering such a conflict or that the Communist Party of China holds such an attitude. Testing worst-case scenarios is a common military tactic employed by various armed forces worldwide. It allows them to prepare for apocalyptic situations while underestimating the enemy. The study detailing the simulation, authored by Fang Canqin and Guo Xinwang, was published in the Chinese Journal of Ship Research, a peer-reviewed journal. Experts assert that the simulated battle, designated as Z, represents a clash of strategic willpower where regional conflicts escalate into total war. The war scenario includes the South China Sea, where China disputes maritime boundaries with the Philippines, Indonesia, and Vietnam. In this simulated situation, a Chinese destroyer faces intense fire from nearly a dozen missiles and 3 torpedoes. The opposing Blue Alliance fleet, equipped with Arleigh Burke carriers, produces jamming noises that overpower the ship's communication signals by over 30 times. Furthermore, the simulation also included a reduction of 60% in the radar range of Chinese warships. However, the paper does not specify the nations or navies involved in the simulation. The study outlines 4 potential outcomes of the simulated battle. In one scenario, the Chinese ship encounters only 1 or 2 missiles of a single type and 1 torpedo, with the Blue Alliance refraining from participating in the battle with firepower or targeting information. This outcome implies that the US does not come to the defense of Taiwan or Japan, effectively allowing the People's Liberation Army Navy to proceed without significant opposition, although it may face a limited anti-ship missile attack from other enemy vessels. Another scenario involves a two-way exchange of fire between the Chinese destroyer and the opposing ship, facilitated by the Blue Alliance supplying targeting and reconnaissance data. In this case, both ships launched 2 waves of 5 to 7 different types of missiles and 2 torpedoes each. If the Blue Alliance immediately engages in combat, a third scenario unfolds where 3 torpedoes and 9 to 11 different missiles are traded between the 2 ships in a single wave. It is common practice for navies and aircraft to launch missiles in volleys of at least 2 to increase the likelihood of hitting enemy targets. This approach is akin to launching 2 missiles simultaneously at the same aircraft during anti-air warfare. As the conflict escalates and local wars spread to full-scale wars, the rain of missiles becomes increasingly severe. The simulation depicts waves of torpedoes and different types of missiles exchanged in various directions. According to Fang's team, these extraordinary circumstances significantly hamper the combat capabilities of the Chinese warship. For instance, the destroyer experiences a loss of approximately one-third of its air defense capabilities, with only half of the surface-to-air missiles successfully engaging their intended targets. It is crucial to recognize that the overall destruction caused by full-scale war, resulting in millions of casualties and the devastation of cities, transportation systems, communication networks, and industries, far surpasses the fate of a single warship. Furthermore, if nuclear weapons were employed in the conflict, the consequences would be irreparable damage to ecosystems and agriculture, leading to food shortages, genetic mutations, increased cancer rates, and the spread of other diseases. In conclusion, the simulations indicate that the Chinese People's Liberation Army may face significant challenges and losses in a global-scale total war. These findings underscore the importance of ongoing efforts to enhance the PLA's capabilities and readiness to effectively respond to multifaceted threats in highly political and strategic situations.